Good afternoon, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you today with another quick review. This time around from Wave 2 Voyager class, I got in the Cybertron Universe Starscream. Before we get into that quick review and unboxing, make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching my content. Let's get this turned around and take a quick look at Cybertron Starscream in his box. Can't believe we got another Starscream, guys. And there is Cybertron Starscream in his box, and I gotta say, guys, we have the giant version of one of these I got for my son way back in the day when that was released, and we got the giant planet key and all that good stuff, and this thing just strikes me as small compared to that. I never had the other Voyager class one to compare to, but there he is on the side of the box. It's Starscream. I love Starscream. I love jet modes, even if they look goofy like that. But you know, anyway, I digress. Micron Trilogy was not my favorite trilogy, but I did like the incorporation of keys versus the mini-cons. And he gets to robot to jet and back again in 26 steps. So, and he comes with his own cyber planet key there. So let's get him out of the box, get into some more Wave 2 goodness, and see what he's all about, man. And before we do that, pause and scan here for looking in your in-store hunts in your neck of the woods. I hope this helps you guys find it. Now let's get Screamer out of the box and take a look at him. And here is Cybertron Screamer on the turntable. Life imitating box art. Shot. Love this configuration. This is two swords. I think he had a blaster and one arm back in the day with the giant one I was talking about, and a sword on this arm, and he didn't have any of this other stuff. He definitely had his cyber planet key. Of course, right here it is in upside down. It's the only way it'll do when you get the gun tabbed into the tetra part of this Cybertron jet mode. And here's a look at that aft and a side profile with all the weapons out. The front profile, this also can be storage down here. I'll demonstrate that here in just a moment. For that gun, if it's not here, you can have it down here, so you can have it out of sight, out of mind. And that's actually what I'll do. I'll fold these guys up here in a moment and do that, but I just wanted to show you that up close. The underside of the belly of the beast, and you can see that key again. This is a nice inclusion, and it's in there pretty firmly, and it also slot in back under here, and I'll do that in a minute too whenever we do move the guns around. Just a really solid package. Purple cockpit. The clear plastic does bother me. As time goes on, this tends to break and snap. These come totally loose in the box, but pegs right back into the 5mm ports. And the other 5mm ports are used to tab in the arms under here. And I like that it's just not fold down here, do this there. It's actually a little bit involved transformation to get it into this configuration. Like I said, let's get this thing back underneath here hidden for one little final look in jet mode. And 3, 2, 1, and in order to get that out, you just simply bring this straight back down and untab it. Boom, there it goes. Then you can take and untab the cyber planet key, the Decepticon cyber planet key, and you can just simply fold it in here as it was intended to go into its little key slot. Boom, there, and it stays in there really good. You can still see it right here, and there's that. So then the swords are folded up, and back in the day, these also had the cyber key slots. They actually did the spring limit gimmicks with that figure. So they've went with articulation versus the gimmickry. These little guns right here are firmly in place. They don't rotate up at all, which is a missed opportunity. They could have totally have made that rotate up still. And let's open up the cargo bay doors down here on the bottom. Also doubles as rear leg covers in robot mode. Very clever. So down here you got two tabs right here and right here. And you're simply going to slot this back underneath here, and you can hear the snipe down the hill. It's actually not a snipe, it's a peacock, but I call it a snipe because of up. And then boom, there's that. That's some nice weapon stowage, looking really awesome here, guys. That's about going to do it for vehicle mode. So we'll set it back down here one more time, take a little spin around the block ever so slowly, kind of lower that down just a little bit. This thing is awesome. Let's get him converted into his robot mode in 3, 2, 1, and And here is Screamer in his robot mode. Let me adjust this just a little bit here. There we go. That's perfect. I've got a little blower in the background, but that's okay. It's a nice day out here again and taking advantage of it. This Screamer is really, really awesome, guys. I really do love how everything is fuller than it was with my new Beast Wars Silverbolt. Where they've had gaps, they did little things included there. I think it was 2 different design teams is what they were saying earlier today in the Hasbro Pulse. That it was 2 different design teams. This is Takara, and then the other one was more our stuff. If I have that right at all. I just kind of got a little bit agitated that Silverbolt was not better, but on back to this guy now. This guy's got great paint detail. Let's get in here and look at that head sculpt. Looks really, really awesome. He's actually got purple eyes painted there. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's there. And just nice use of paint there. Missed opportunity here with the chest because these are actually molded to it and not articulated. That was articulated on every version of the old toy. But what the old toy didn't have is all this articulation. We can go through that right now. On the head, it's a little limited. I mean, you can do a little look down like this, and then it won't look up at all because whatever the reason. And it looks like it's on a ball joint, but I don't know what that version is. To not giving them the ability, especially flying Transformers, the ability to look up. So maybe a third party can come along and give us a head that will actually look up, or we can figure out a mod here as well, because I've had to figure out mods on the rest of it. I don't know if we can do that deep ball thing and not have it come flying off. I'll have to look at that closer at a later time. But there again, there's that. You get all the way around at the arm there, even with the gun storage there in the back. These can come off and pop off at any time you need them to. You got this upper joint here, upper bicep swivel. You get this much in the elbow, a little double action going on there. That's really, really awesome and outstanding. And the all-important wrist articulation, and it's a little hindered by a little tight space and a little bit of kibble there. I don't know what the purpose of that is. I don't know why it has to be out there like that, because these arms actually do tuck away and hide away, and that's a welcome thing right here too. It does have some waist, and I don't know if I can do another mod here and get rid of this little bit of trim around the bottom to give him just a little bit more waist and get him to do some really, really cool poses like that. I mean, he can blast away like this, boom, bang a bing, and then so there's that waist swivel that I didn't think that would ever have it, just knowing how the Armada one was. Then you can go kick up this high with the leg, you can go back this far and you hit the kibble in the back. You got upper thigh swivel there close to the waist. You got this much at the knee there, and you can get a flying pose with the feet. And it's got a heel spur that's loose, but it does have another heel spur, so it does stand pretty stable, guys. And you got the all-important ankle tiltage, and I really do appreciate having just that little bit of extra stuff there to faux a ankle joint. But I mean, you can get it deep as you want to get it there. So that's really, really awesome. Oh, and you can do the full van damage with this guy. There that is. That looks painful. And I just popped off the gun off of the storage there. He has the Cyber Planet key here, again, accessible there. The instructions tell you to go and put that said Cyber key in the back of this spot here. So that there you got that. And then you can put it in a hand. And then you can extend down these other purple bits and do your life imitating box art pose. I'll get that into that little pose right here in a second. And like I was stating, there's your little life imitating box art. He's got really, really good articulation. This guy is a standout compared to the recent released Silverbolt. Like I said, he's the best of the wave there, even with his limitations with the head articulation. But he's got everything else there to a degree, and the waist swivel, and looks really outstanding, guys. I'm going to move into some final thoughts now. Some final thoughts with Screamer. There's a lot of playability here with this version of him. You can take those arms or take the bits off the arms and peg them into other spots and get some really good sword play. I've also discovered that he does have some butterfly joints there on his shoulders, and just the inclusion of all this articulation and still retaining some manual nods to the old stuff minus the chest machine gun jubblies. It's okay, guys. And the fact that he doesn't have the hollowness that the other, you know, Wavemate has is just a testament to the design team. They can do better, they've shown better, and that's why I got so upset with Silverbolt. But with Starscream here, this guy is top notch, especially if you're a fan of the Cybertron figure, period. He has more articulation even than that big jobby that they had back in the day. He is so solid, and I think he's just a great, outstanding release. I really do love I was able to pick this up from CMD store and not have to wait for him or Silverbolt. And pretty much Shard has been going up and down. Sandstorm has been going up and down. Those guys have been going up and down at CMD store. Thanks again to CMD store for shipping so quickly. Make sure, if you like this video, to like, share, subscribe. Help my channel continue to grow, guys. Like down below there in the description. Thanks again to all those who have subscribed. If you're a fan of Cybertron Starscream, this guy does not disappoint. As I do one more 360 spin, check it out over there on CMD, or if you got lucky and got your pre-order, you're getting in something good with this guy. Thanks again for watching my channel, you guys. Have an excellent weekend out there. Until all are one.